Hello! Today we will solve a question from the TOEFL reading section focusing on the read a social media post question type. We will practice understanding everyday notices, identifying rules, instructions, or key conditions, and selecting the most accurate answer based on practical, real-life written information. Let's dive into a campus health notice together to see how we can quickly pinpoint key instructions and requirements, just as you would in a real university setting. If you want to master the TOEFL reading section with more practical exercises like this, be sure to subscribe to myTOEFL. Let's keep working together to reach your target score. West Haven University Health Services. This post is written by West Haven University Health Services, which indicates the information is official and intended for the student community. Recognizing the author helps us establish that the tone will be professional and the content will focus on student welfare and clinic protocols. Welcome back, students! The author starts with the phrase "welcome back," which is a common greeting used at the beginning of a new academic term. This sets a welcoming tone and immediately identifies the target audience as returning students. The student health clinic is open for the fall semester, Monday to Friday, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This sentence provides the essential logistics stating the clinic is open for the fall semester. By specifying Monday to Friday, the author clearly outlines the standard operational days, helping students plan their visits accordingly. For non-urgent issues like routine checkups or prescription refills, we strongly recommend booking an appointment through the Student Wellness Portal. The author categorizes certain medical needs as non-urgent issues, such as routine checkups. The phrase "strongly recommend" is used here to guide students toward the most efficient way to handle these minor health concerns. This will minimize your wait time. In this sentence, the author provides a clear benefit for booking ahead. It will minimize your wait time. This logical connection encourages students to follow the appointment procedure to save themselves time at the clinic. Simply log in, select Health Services, and choose a convenient time slot. This sentence provides a mini tutorial on how to use the system, telling the student to select Health Services after logging in. The goal is to choose a convenient time, emphasizing the flexibility and ease of the digital portal. For urgent but non-emergency situations, we offer walk-in hours daily from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. The text now addresses urgent but non-emergency situations which require a different approach. By offering specific walk-in hours, the clinic ensures that students with pressing needs can be seen without a pre-scheduled appointment. Please remember to bring your valid student ID card for verification upon every visit. This sentence highlights a mandatory requirement, bringing a valid student ID card. The word verification explains that this document is necessary to confirm the student's status before they can receive medical attention. We are here to support your health and well-being throughout the academic year. The post ends with a supportive closing, stating their mission to support your health. The phrase "throughout the academic year" reassures students that the clinic's services are a constant resource available to them during their studies. What is the main purpose of this post? This question asks for the main purpose of the post. To answer this, we need to find a summary that encompasses all the details about hours, appointment booking, and walk-in rules mentioned in the text. Now, keeping this in mind, let's look at our options. Let's take a closer look at option A. To warn students about a recent health issue on campus. Option A suggests the post is meant to warn students about a health issue. However, the text is a general informational notice about clinic hours and booking. It does not mention any specific disease or health issue on campus. Now let's examine option B. To announce a new health insurance plan for students. This option focuses on a new health insurance plan. While students might need insurance, the passage is strictly about the student health clinic operations and how to visit, making this choice an incorrect distractor. Here's option C. Let's break it down. To recruit student volunteers for the clinic. Option C claims the post is to recruit student volunteers. The text is actually addressed to students who might need medical care, and it never mentions volunteers or hiring anyone. We can safely eliminate this. Let's evaluate option D together. To outline the procedures for accessing medical care at the university. Option D is the correct answer because it uses the word procedures to summarize the instructions for accessing medical care. This perfectly reflects the text's guidance on using the portal and attending walk-in hours. The correct answer to this question is option D, since it best summarizes the post's focus on explaining how and when students can visit the clinic. What must all students present when they visit the clinic? This question asks for a specific item students must present during their visit. We need to find the sentence that mentions a requirement for verification to find the right answer. Now, keeping this in mind, let's look at our options. Let's take a closer look at option A. Payment for the services. Option A mentions payment, but there is no reference to costs or fees in the text. In the context of a student health notice, we shouldn't assume a payment is required unless it is explicitly mentioned. Now, let's examine option B. Proof of health insurance. While health insurance is common in medical settings, the text specifically asks for identification, not insurance papers. This option is a common distractor that relies on your outside knowledge rather than the text. Here's option C. Let's break it down. Their course schedule. Option C mentions a course schedule, but the text never lists this as a requirement. The author only specifies the need for a student ID card for verification, so this choice is incorrect. Finally, let's evaluate option D together. Their official school identification card. Option D is correct because official school identification card is an exact match for the student ID card requested in the passage. The text explicitly states students must bring this upon every visit. Therefore, the correct answer is option D because it perfectly identifies the specific form of ID the clinic requires for all student visits. What is the recommended first step for a student with a minor, non-urgent health concern? This question asks for the recommended first step for a non-urgent concern. We should look back at the second paragraph to see what the clinic strongly recommends for routine issues. Now, keeping this in mind, let's look at our options. Let's evaluate option A together. To schedule a visit in advance using an online system. Option A is the correct choice because it describes using an online system to schedule a visit. This matches the text's instruction to use the student wellness portal for non-urgent appointments. Now, let's examine option B. To call the clinic's front desk. The text does not tell students to call the clinic. Instead, it directs them to the wellness portal to manage their own booking, making the choice to call an incorrect procedure based on the passage. Here's option C. Let's break it down. To go to the clinic during walk-in hours. Option C mentions walk-in hours, but these are specifically reserved for urgent situations. For a non-urgent concern, the clinic refers students to book ahead to avoid long waits. Let's evaluate option D together. To email a nurse with their question. The text never mentions the ability to email a nurse. Since email is not one of the provided methods for accessing care, this option is a distractor and should be eliminated. Here, the correct option is option A, which aligns with the clinic's strong recommendation to use the online portal for routine health appointments. When analyzing social media posts in the TOEFL reading section, always look for specific categories of information, such as urgent versus non-urgent. Pay close attention to mandatory requirements and the specific platforms mentioned for completing tasks. Mastering these distinctions will help you quickly find the correct answer in any campus-related notice.